So we're going to start a new little series on the channel. The Immaculate Grid is something that I like to do every once in a while. I just kind of thought about it yesterday and did it yesterday. And we're going to be doing it again today, so might as well post it, man. I feel like it'll be kind of a fun video to post and for you guys to watch, so that's why we're doing that. I apologize if you can hear the rain in the background. It is like pouring rain right now. It's an absolute downpour. But anyway, yeah, man, I haven't even looked at the basketball grid for today, so that's why I'm on the baseball right now. We're going to click onto the basketball, and this is what we got. So at the top, we've got Rockets, Lakers, and All-Star. All-Star is a good category. That's pretty much just a gimme. Lakers is definitely going to be easier than the Rockets. And then in the left column, we got Kings, Raptors, and Nuggets. Raptors are a team that sometimes does give me a little bit of trouble, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I think this is a completable grid, man. Here are my stats. We had a 7.2 average score out of 9. There's my top players. I want to get Moses Malone to the top, man, because Moses Malone is my GOAT. Not necessarily, but I do love Moses Malone. I'd like him to be my most used player. So that's kind of the goal there. But anyway, got 9 out of 9 on yesterday's. I played the day before, too, and got 6 out of 9. I think on that one there was a category that was like players not born in the U.S., and I guessed Costa Koufos for the Grizzlies. I thought for sure that Costa Koufos played for the Grizzlies, but that must have been like a fever dream or something like that. But anyway, let's go back to this grid and see what we're looking at. So as far as for the Lakers-Kings, someone that comes to mind is Vlade Divac. Rajon Rondo comes to mind too. He usually does, as you can see, because I've used him 6 times over the course of like 50 grids since I've started tracking my stats. So Rajon Rondo, Vlade Divac, who else? Ben McLemore, that might be an all right shout. He's probably, but I think that Ben McLemore was a Rocket as well. So he might be someone that we might want to save for. We might use Ben McLemore on Rockets Kings. Let's go ahead and do that. Ben McLemore, they're 8%. Okay, that's not bad. I'm not one of these people on this that's going to get like 1% on every player. My goal is just to fill out the grid, and there will be times where I can get a really low percent, sometimes even below 1%, but my goal is kind of just to fill out the grid, man. I'm definitely not a casual, but I'm not one of those people that can like remember rosters exactly for like the entire history of the NBA. Because some people on this are absolutely crazy, man. But anyway, let's move over to Lakers-Kings. Vlade Divac, Rajon Rondo, Alex Len. Alex Len, I think, could be a good shout because he played on the Lakers second half of last season, I believe. So let's go with that. I think that he's going to be pretty low. Yeah, okay. We'll take Alex Len at 3%. That's not bad at all. I think Vlade Divac and Rajon Rondo would have definitely been higher. And there wasn't really anyone else that was coming to mind. Rajon Rondo, Vlade Divac. There wasn't really anyone else that was coming to mind. So I think that he is a good shout. And then I think maybe let's just move over to the Kings All-Star, get the Kings taken care of. We've obviously got Domantas Sabonis. We've got De'Aaron Fox. Those two are probably going to be pretty high percentages. I would assume that Vlade Divac was also an all-star with Sacramento, and I think that Doug Christie probably was as well. But let's go way back, man, and really the only one that's coming to mind, like pre-2000, like way back in the day, is Tiny Archibald. I like to use Tiny Archibald. We're going to use him and see what his percentage is going to be. 2%. We will take a Tiny Archibald 2%, man. That is a W. Okay. So Raptors is a little scary. Who was that one guy that, oh, man. Wenyen Gabriel comes to mind. Was Wenyen Gabriel a Raptor and a Laker? I think he was, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I know he's going to be pretty low, but we're gonna wait on that for now, man. Man, it is absolutely storming outside right now. And then if we look at Raptors-Rockets, I think that that's the one that's going to give me the most trouble because no one is really coming to mind right now. So let's move down to the Nuggets for now. Nuggets-Lakers, we've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We've got Carmelo Anthony. He would work for both of the Nuggets. And he would work for Nuggets All-Star as well, but he's going to be a high percent for all of those. Who else for Nuggets Lakers? I feel like there's some people that I'm forgetting. KCP, Carmelo. Who else for Nuggets Lakers, man? There's really nobody else coming to mind. I guess that I'll go with KCP. And sometimes if you just sit here for a while, people will kind of come up in your head. But I don't think Kentavious Caldwell Pope is going to be a ridiculously high percent, so we'll go with him. 24. That's higher than I would like, but I'm not going to complain. I mean, that's not too bad. He wouldn't be as high as Melo. Nuggets All-Star. Let's go with that really quick. So obviously we got Jokic, Jamal Murray, Carmelo again. Allen Iverson had really good numbers in that first season for Denver, so I'm sure that he was an all-star. That might be who we go with. But then you can look back and you've got guys like Kiki Vandeweghe, who probably was an all-star with Denver, I would assume. Dan Issel was probably an all-star with Denver. Fat Lever, possibly. So that's one we could probably really risk one here. But do we really want to? Do we want to go with Dan Issel? Because I'm pretty, like 99% that he would have been. So that's who we're going to go with. 4%, we'll take that. That's not too bad for Dan Issel there. And then All-Star for Toronto. Toronto's a pretty new franchise. We got guys like Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, pretty certain he probably was. And then you got like Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, DeMar DeRozan. Those are really the only five that are, because in between the T-Mac and Vince Carter times and then the Lowry and DeRozan days, the Raptors were horrible, like one of the worst teams in the league. And I don't really think that like a guy like Andrea Bargnani, when he was their best player, he probably wasn't an all-star. Gosh, who do we want to go with here? I feel like all five of those are going to be high, but there's got to be one of them that's going to be lower than the others. Like, I don't think DeRozan's probably really high. Was Fred VanVleet ever an all-star with? Oh, that's someone we could use for Raptors Rockets as well. Probably going to be a pretty high percent, but no one else has really come to mind for me for Raptors Rockets. So we're going to go ahead and use Fred VanVleet for Raptors Rockets. I mean, we have to. There's no one else that is coming to mind. 22 is not bad. So with him being 22, that obviously means that there is probably a really obvious one for Raptors Rockets that I'm forgetting. I'm going to go ahead and risk it with Wenyen Gabriel. I'm pretty sure that Wenyen Gabriel was a Raptor. He was not. That's a big-time L right there. Who was the other team that Wenyen Gabriel was on? He was obviously a Laker. That's a big-time L right there, man. That sucks. So it looks like we're going to get 8 out of 9 today. All-Star for Toronto. God, it's really just those 5 guys, man. Scotty Barnes, has he gotten an All-Star nod? I don't really know if he has, to be honest. We'll go with Kyle Lowry. 10%. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm sure that DeRozan and Kawhi and stuff would be higher. So I'll take that. Kind of bummed out that we choked that Wenyen Gabriel, but we maybe should have saved that until last. That kind of sucks, but okay. So do we do Lakers, Raptors again? Do we do Nuggets, Rockets? Nuggets, Rockets is really just... Oh, you know who just came into my head? Is Carl Landry. We're going to go Carl Landry for Nuggets, Rockets. I believe that he played for those two teams. He just came into my head. No! Oh, my goodness, man. That sucks. So 7 out of 9 today. Let's go to the show summary here. That is a little bit rough. So, yeah, Vlade Divac was the highest. Kawhi was the highest for All-Star. So, Fred VanVleet was the highest. Who else was? I'm probably going to have to look at that and see. The other ones, really, I don't think too many surprises there. I kind of forgot about Russell Westbrook. I mean, he would be high percent for whichever category you're going to plug him in ever because he's one of the most popular players ever. But yeah, man. And then Marc Gasol, I forgot about him for Raptors Lakers as well. Those are guys, like if I would have sat there and thought for a while, I would have remembered. But okay. Let's go ahead and look at Raptors Rockets and see who I forgot because there's definitely someone in there that I did. Oh, Hakeem Olajuwon, duh. T-Mac, duh. I don't know how I forgot those two. That's crazy. Jeremy Lin, that would have been a pretty good shout. Kelly Olynyk, probably could have came up with him if I thought for a little bit longer. That's how this goes, though, man. You just kind of, I took a gamble, and after I took the gamble, I was like, all right, I'm not going to get Immaculate, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of speed through the rest of it. But sometimes, if I were to sit here for an hour and really, really think, I probably could get Immaculate with every player under 10%. But it's just, yeah, it's tough. The Immaculate, it's tough, man. And I think with these other sports, I just know the most about the NBA. I don't know if I would have been able to, let's look at the football grid for today. Yeah. 5,000 plus receiving yards career for San Francisco. I mean, you could go with Jerry Rice. You could go with Terrell Owens. Let's go Michael Crabtree here. This is kind of going to be just a little bit of a bonus. If you don't care about football and these other sports, you can click off the video right now. I wouldn't blame you. But if you do, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video. We bring NBA 2K25 My Team content every day and other interesting sports-related NBA content like this, man. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. I'll take a 6% on Michael Crabtree right there, man. Let's look at my stats for football. We're going to be looking at, okay, 7.3 is not bad. I think that's just because if I look at the grid and I'm like, oh, no, I'm in trouble, I just won't even do it. But, yeah, man. So, and the 5,000 receiving yards, this is a really nice category to have because it's kind of, I can get all of those. The teams in the NFL I kind of struggle with sometimes unless, the Vikings are on there or something like that. But, all right, 5,000 plus receiving yards career for the Rams. Someone that is coming to mind is Isaac Bruce, so we're going to go with that. Could obviously go with a guy like Cooper Kupp. That would be a good shout. But Isaac Bruce, 15, I'll take that. And then Dallas. So you got Michael Irvin. Miles Austin. Miles Austin probably did get 5,000 yards in his career. 5%, I'll take that. That's not bad at all. But then these teams, man, this is where it gets rough. Because, the Bengals are tough for me. And Atlanta's not the greatest for me either. To be honest with you, man. So, I think I'm just going to take the L. Because I would probably sit here for 30 minutes and get 2 or 3 out of 6. But we're not going to do that. That'd be a waste of time. We're going to take the L on that. Hockey, soccer, women's basketball. I mean, we can try women's basketball. I have no chance with hockey. I know nothing about hockey. Women's basketball, all-star for the Mercury. So you got Diana Taurasi. You've got, why can't I remember her name? Brittany Griner. There you go. Those are the only two that I'd be able to come up with. So let's go with Diana Taurasi. No, let's go with Brittany Griner and then use Diana Taurasi for this other one. And then for the Fever Mercury, I know this one. I can picture her face. She's on the Fever right now, used to be on the Mercury, blonde hair. I can't remember what her name is. I can picture her face. I can see her playing in my head, but I do not know what her name is. So we're going to have to take the L on that. All-Star Minnesota Lynx. We've got Maya Moore. We're going to have to just go with that, I think, on that. 15-plus points game per season for the Lynx. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take the L on that. We could go Atlanta Dream, Elena Deladon, I guess. No. Who's Elena Deladon? Well, Elena Deladon's Mystics, not Dream. So we took an L. We're going to move on from the WNBA before I just really continue to fumble the bag here. We're going to go over to baseball. I think we're probably only going to be able to get the right column on baseball here. 300-plus average season batting for St. Louis. Who are guys that come to mind? Albert Pujols, Matt Holliday, Beltran. Did we think that Beltran ever got 300-plus with St. Louis? Probably. And I'm thinking that Holliday probably did as well. We'll go with Holliday. 2%. I'll take that. That's not bad. The only person for the Pirates that comes to mind at all is Andrew McCutchen, so we're going to go with him. 19. I'll take that. Texas, we're going to go Nelson Cruz for 0.5. Okay, I'll take a 0.5 for Nelson Cruz. That's lower than I would have thought. Let's go ahead and do this really quick. My bad. Detroit and Texas. Yeah, I think the rest of these we're just going to take an L on. So not too bad. Would have liked to. I could have gone Immaculate easy on today's NBA. I gambled and it didn't pay off. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of video. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video, though, man. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like in the video. And as I said, man, I will see you guys in the next video.